running a little bit late, hoping we're going to get our swim in. If not, it'll just be McDonald's, which will be a good training session. Hello again, YouTube. Right, well, the trilogy's complete. Swim, bike, run, all on the activity record in 1 week. Feel like a triathlete again. So as I mentioned, this morning we went to Hadleigh Park for the open water swimming, and a finer venue I think you'd struggle to find, actually. 400-metre lap, just right for a fat bar steward like me that can't really swim a lot these days. Water was perfect, and we even got the lovely Mrs. T back in neoprene this morning, and she only bloody well swam further than me and faster, but we won't talk about that. Well, we will talk about it all day because she won't let it rest, but there's that. So anyway, yes, out for a walk with the girls now. So here's how it all panned out.
Now, as I mentioned in the intro, our venue for Saturday's swim was Hadleigh Open Water Swimming at Hadleigh Country Park in Essex. Hadleigh Country Park will probably already be familiar to some of the mountain bikers who follow this channel, as it was the mountain bike venue for the 2012 Olympic Games and is now home to a great mountain bike track, which is open to the public. So if you're coming along to shred some trails, why not plan a swim afterwards to cool down? Couldn't think of anything better personally. The crazy thing is that although this place is literally a stone's throw from us, we've never been here, and right now I'm really kicking myself for that. Although we've been regular visitors to the country park, we've walked right past the swim venue countless times without even realising it was there. Now, I've referred to it as a lake, but it is actually a reservoir, and that probably accounts for the clarity and freshness of the water, which I'll talk about later. As open water venues go, it's a nicely unintimidating swim, with a 350-metre lap that keeps you close to the shore at all times. It's got good, clear marker buoys, which even I managed to follow. The open water sessions are provided by the Hadleigh Plungers. I've linked to their Facebook and Instagram pages in the description below. Now, they host the open water swims on Wednesday evenings and Saturday mornings, and all sessions can be booked and managed online using the Actio app. Booking is necessary given the current COVID restrictions, but it's a very quick and painless experience with this app. On arriving, you get a wristband, which is used to check you into and out of the water and is yours to keep. All sessions are covered by qualified lifeguards, and that was a reassurance for me, given how bad my swim currently is. Now, after my first swim here, I can honestly say that it's instantly become one of my favourite open water venues. Having swum in many lakes, I found that water conditions can vary quite significantly, but the water here was clear, didn't taste of anything other than water, and the temperature, seriously, could not have been better, even in my new shorty swim skin. Whilst water quality is obviously a big factor, I think another thing that matters is the quality of the welcome. Now, all of the guys here on Saturday morning really put us at ease, just really friendly, enthusiastic folks who clearly love the water and sharing that experience with others, creating a really good vibe. I guess that's one of the benefits of having a group of genuine enthusiasts running a place, rather than something that's purely a commercial enterprise. Before entering the water, we got a good, clear, concise safety briefing, and then we were good to go. Now, in my head, I'm still the bloke that swam 5k at Vichy within cut-off, yet my sighting's always been an issue for me. In reality, I'm now about 30 kilos heavier, much less fit. Unfortunately, the Iron Man in my head took over as I set out on that first lap, only to be promptly smacked back into place by reality. The lap was a mix of freestyle, Tarzan and breaststroke, but it achieved what I'd set out to, simply getting me back into the water. I found personally the biggest issue was breathing. For the life of me, I couldn't seem to fall back into bilateral, and that's something that's always felt very natural for me. You'll also see that my choice of camera locations was not perfect, something to work on for next time. But after Mrs. T had exited the water, I did go back in just to do some breathing drills, and that was time well spent. Seriously, after just a few minutes, I'd found that old rhythm and I was comfortable in the water again. So that was my week. A thoroughly positive week. I'm running again, I'm swimming again, and I got all 3 activities on the activity record in the same week. And it's funny, I had a comment on my last video from Ian from Goggles, Tyres and Trainers, a really good channel I would recommend you check out, and somebody who vlogs a lot more competently than I do. I'll put a link in the description below. And he asked how the swim went, and I kind of responded, you know, that I had a really positive experience and really enjoyed it. And one of the things I kind of observed when I was responding to him was, you know, just that swim yesterday made me feel part of the triathlon community again. And I know that's an odd thing to say, you know, but I've just felt out of it for the last 3 years or so. And just, you know, just having a really positive experience in the swim yesterday was just a fantastic thing. Funnily enough, another thing happened this morning. I was out on the bike and I had 30 miles planned and I was 18 miles in, and the rear shifter just let go. I thought it was like the Shimano crumbling brake lever syndrome I've had before. So I was only a mile from home and I thought I'd walk the bike home. And practically every other cyclist who passed me shouted out, "You're right, mate, anything you need." And it just reminds you what a great community this is, you know, whether you're a cyclist, runner, triathlete, whatever, how positive people are who are involved in these things. So yeah, really good week. Let's hope that we can consolidate this. We've already got our next open water swim booked at Hadleigh next week, and I'm hoping to try and get some better footage from that. We'll see how that goes. It can't be any worse than I took this week. Thanks for watching this one, YouTube. If you like what I'm doing here, you know, do the old like and subscribe thing, because I understand that it does help the channel from a YouTube algorithm point of view. But anyway, thanks for your time, and I'll catch you in the next one.